Synthetic division is the shortcut method of dividing polynomials using long division. So what we the two examples that we just covered, we could have used synthetic division. It's the shortcut, okay? And several things that we have to do, and I'll read the directions as we do an example, read each step, So synthetic division can only be used when the leading coefficient of the divisor is 1. This is the only time that you can use synthetic division, meaning that if you had a divisor that said 2x minus 3, we had something like that, synthetic division can't be used. Now, what you could do, we can convert this 2x minus 3 into x minus 3 over 2 by dividing 2 and making that leading coefficient 1. But to work with fractions, you don't want to do that, okay? In the event that this happens, I would suggest using long division, okay? But synthetic division, you want your leading coefficient, with the example that's provided here, with the divisor being x plus 3, you want that x to be 1x, okay? All right, so we have an example, example 2a. We have here divide using synthetic division. We have x cubed minus 7x minus 6. We're going to divide that by x plus 2. Alright, so how are we going to set it up? We're not going to set it up with the variables in the body of our work. We're going to set it up by just identifying the coefficients. So this is where, under how to write a polynomial using synthetic division, number 1, it says write only the coefficients of the dividend and the opposite of the constant in the divisor. Okay? First of all, let's start with our divisor. Our divisor here is x plus 2. It says you want that, you want to write your divisor, you want to write the opposite of the constant. So what will be the opposite of positive 2? Negative 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is write negative 2, and we're going to write somewhat of a box here. The long division written in reverse. Okay. All right. Now, then we're only going to focus on, we need to write the dividend part, and that's what we're going to write right next to this negative 2 that's in somewhat of a box here. We're going to just write the coefficients only. And then I'll explain to you after we write this out why it's asking us to convert in synthetic division, to convert that constant term to its opposite. I'll tell you why in a few minutes. Okay, now look at your dividend, x cubed minus 7x minus 6. What do you notice? It's missing an x squared. Okay? Therefore, whenever you have a missing term, the rule says include that missing term, but it will have a coefficient of what? 0. So you say 0x squared, then minus 7x minus 6. We still want our terms to be in descending order. This is the missing x squared term. Insert a 0 for the coefficient. Now, let's write the coefficients of each term in descending order. So our coefficient of x cubed is what? 1. We know 0, x squared, which is 0. Then we have negative 7, negative 6. Okay? Then we're going to write a bar under here, a line. Okay? So this is how you will set up synthetic division. Now let me explain to you why the directions or the steps are saying, write the opposite of the constant, in the divisor. So In this process, if you think of long division, at some point we have to subtract. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Well, since there's division doesn't allow us to subtract, okay? So what's going to take place since we can't subtract, it says, okay, your divisor, just take the opposite of that, of the constant term. So in the process, we are doing the subtraction without seeing it. Okay? So this is how you started. First term, we're going to start with the term with the greatest degree. We're going to bring down the 1. All we're going to do, once you bring down, what we're going to do here, you're going to multiply, and whatever that product is, you're going to bring it in that next column. Then add. Multiply. Bring it to the next column, add. Multiply. Whatever that product is, bring it over to the next column and add until we are finished. So, we brought down the 1, take 1, times it to the negative 2. Negative 2. Add negative 2 to 0. We have what? Negative 2. Then take the negative 2, times it to start the process over. After you add, you start the process over. Then take the negative 2, multiply it to the negative 2. That gives us 4. And then add 4 plus negative 7, negative 3. Start the process over. Multiply negative 3 times negative 2, 6. And then add 6 and negative 6, 0. Now, I'm going to circle that last term because that's telling us that this is our remainder, yes. Or that last number, which in turn, it becomes a term, okay? Now, we're going to write our answer. As you write your answer, okay, and I put it in bold here under step 5, when we write our answer, our first term is going to be 1 less degree. Where it started off here is x cubed, when we write our answer, our first term, our degree is x squared. Okay? So notice that the quotient polynomial is of degree 1 less than the original polynomial. So this is your x squared, here's your x. We don't have a remainder, but our answer here is x squared minus 2x minus 3. There you go. Letter B. We have here 5x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 11 divided by x minus 2. What is our divisor here? X minus 2. So when we set it up in synthetic division, set this problem up in synthetic division, what will be our new divisor? Positive 2. So do we have any missing terms in our dividend? No. All right. Do we have any, is it in descending order? Yes. So let's start. Let's write our coefficients. We have 5, negative 6, 3, and 11. All right. Starting with the 5. Bring it down. Multiply, carry over to the next column, then add. So we have 5 times 2, 10. Add the 10 to the negative 6, which is what, 4? And then start the process over. 4 times 2, 8. Add 8 and 3. What's that, 11? Okay. Then take the 11, multiply it to the 2. We have, is that 22? And then add 33. That 33 is our remainder. All right. So since we have a remainder, yes, we're still going to write our answer. We have our quotient plus our remainder over our original divisor. So what term will we have with the 5? X squared. So we have 5x squared plus 4x plus 11 plus 33 all over x minus 2. There we go. Any questions?